just finished the second book of Chronicles, and I was reading into Ezra, and I was actually hoping to finish second book of Chronicles today. I was gonna take a break once I reached Ezra. Then I got enthralled with the book, and I flipped the page, and the chapter ended. So I was kind of stuck between, do I end it or I keep reading? And as I kept reading, it got to a thing about inventory. King Cyrus of Persia had them brought out under the supervision of Mithridath, the treasurer, who counted them out to Sheshbazzar, the prince of Judah. This was the inventory. And I usually, I kind of stopped as I was getting further and further into the book, but historically, I have reviewed book chapters, books, once I'm done. And I stopped reading this. I stopped reading the Bible when I got to the idea of building the second temple, because in terms of human trafficking and everything like that, I didn't want to feed into that. So I closed the book, and I didn't read it for a month or two. And I came back and I was reading the last page that I had fully read. And second book of Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 40. Now my God, please let your eyes be open and your ears attentive to the prayer of this place. Now therefore, arise, Lord, come to your resting place, you and the ark that shows your strength. And then I flipped the page, and I closed the book. I think I read the rest of this song. May your priests, Lord God, be clothed with salvation, and may your godly people rejoice in goodness. Lord God, do not reject your anointed one. Remember the loyalty of your servant David. And that's when I closed it. And so far as everything that's happened in the last few months, the primeval show and there was the concept of the ark in that show, right? If I remember correctly. And then also the thing that I talked about earlier about it's not you, it's for them, with the shirtless guy in Daredevil. You and the ark that shows your strength, which I thought was pretty cool. I thought that was really cool. And then we get to today, everything that's happened. Dedication ceremonies, the Lord's response, Solomon's later building projects, public worship established in the temples, Solomon's fleet, the Queen of Sheba. And this here, all of it is, the Queen of Sheba is my wife, but it's also like an explanation as to the ritual and essentially the temple, the latrine. That's been my favorite joke this entire book. Okay, it's a good joke. Yeah. So then like there's a whole portion of like just essentially what it's like in hell in overtime when life is ended. Jehoshaphat's alliance with Ahab. And then reading this book with my wife being back in the picture is strange. There's like a, I don't know if it knew that like this is where she comes in, but like she's mentioned a lot here. She like the idea of like marriage versus Hodom, let's say. Hosea is a name that came up here, which made me laugh. And I thought that was, I didn't want to mention that just because, like, I'm a guy, and yeah, I'm terrible. But essentially, okay, anyways, I'm getting distracted. Maybe not just a guy. I think that's just like human nature or whatever. Azia's disease, yeah. You get to the cleansing of the temple, renewal of temple worship. I'm telling you, man, this book is, it's beautiful. It makes me cry though. It makes me cry a lot. No, and as I said that, I'm thinking like, life, man, life. Yes, there's a truck outside. I'm thinking about the human traffic people and how what I say. I'm telling you, is just Manasseh's death. Hezekiah's death. Ahaz's death. Uzziah's disease. Amaziah's death. Josh assassinated. God's answer. Ahab's death. Asa's death. Solomon's death. Wow. See, and then again, like I forget, and it's just anyways, that's the second book of Chronicles. Well, I'm still not done. Anyways, I'll be right back.